It's me, Mr. Salpigidis, and I'll just be teaching you guys some Greek. Not exactly teaching you how to speak, but like kind of go over some basics, maybe, and I'll go over the alphabet and stuff. So yeah. So I'm gonna go over some history first. So Greek is one of the oldest languages in the world, and it's about 34 centuries old, which that's like 3,400 years old. And about 12 to 15% of English is Greek, and 6% of words that you use every day, like having conversation or like maybe in school and stuff, 6% of that is Greek. So it's kind of relevant because like a lot of words that you use are actually Greek and you might not even know. And most of those words are in science stuff like biology. Many of those words happen to be Greek. Alphabeta, that means alphabet. So this is the alphabet. It goes alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mi, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, da, epsilon, phi, hi, psi, omega. So the first six, first is alpha, and it's pretty much like the A of Greek, but it goes A, not A. Vita is kind of like, it makes the V sound, even though it would be considered the B. Gamma is, it's the Greek G in a way, but it doesn't make a G sound, it makes a R sound, kind of like the Spanish G. Delta, you guys, this might look familiar, a delta or whatever. It's like a triangle pretty much, and that makes a TH sound like a the. Epsilon, that's the E, not E, but like it makes an S sound. Zeta is pretty much like Z. Eta, that's one of the many Greek E's. Theta is what makes pretty much the other TH sound, which is more like th. And then iota is another one of the Greek E's. Kappa is like a K. Lambda is the L. And mi is the M. The mi is the N pretty much. C. Right, so C pretty much makes a KS sound, like for example, if you were to say exchange, it kind of makes a X, kind of like a KS sound, but there's like a whole letter for it in Greek. Omicron, that is the Greek O. B, or how many of you guys may know is pi, like in math. That is actually a Greek letter, and it makes, you know, the P. Rho is the R, and sigma, and that is the S. And as you guys can see, there's like actually like 3 versions of it in a way. This one is the capital version, so you put it at the beginning of sentences. This one, the weird O with the weird line on top, you use that in the middle of sentences, and then this one you put it at the end of sentences. Daf is the T. Epsilon, epsilon is like another E. There's many. Phi, it's pretty much the F. Xi, or I mean, excuse me, he. He makes an H sound, even though it looks like the X in English. And Psi makes a PS sound, and Omega is the last word or letter, excuse me, in the Greek alphabet, and it's an O. So there's actually like a weird confusion because there's 2 O's, right? But Omicron, the first O, is used in words that doesn't revolve like around you. So pretty much in a way, like O is used in a normal sentence, but if you're talking about yourself, it would end like, and it ends with an O, you would put the omega. So example, ego means me or I, either one. So you would put this O, the omega, because you're talking about yourself. Or akuo, that means I hear. You would put the omega because you're talking about you. But over here, hijos means sound, you put that O because it has nothing to do with you. You just simply say the word and sound. And also lipos, which means fat. You use omicron. And over here it says omicron is used at the end of masculine nouns. Pretty much like O is kind of like if you were to be talking about someone and it's a guy and it ends with an O, it would be omicron. So these are all the 6 different E's, and I'm not gonna really go over them, but I will go over like the 2 basic ones. The actual 6 are iota, eta, epsilon, then epsilon, iota, and then there is omicron iota, and then epsilon iota. This one, the eta, is used at the end of feminine nouns, kind of like how the O was used in the end of masculine nouns. And iota is used in like non-gender things. You put that at the end of the sentence. So the next thing is tono. So tono means like kind of like tone, or like there isn't really a way to like describe it, but as you guys notice, there's like a weird dot above some sentences, or I mean letters, words, I mean, and some Greek words, and you might have wondered what those mean, and in a way it kind of shows where the stretch is. Like, for example, if I go back to these examples, over here it says ro, and it adds the tono on top. That's called a tono. The reason for this is so you can pronounce it correctly. Because I could say the word ero, but it's supposed to be ero. Does that make sense in a way, like the way you stretch it? So yeah, or like over here with lipos, I could say lipos or lipos. It kind of like changes the tone a bit. So it's really important, and I really wish they use this in English, so you will know how like you actually are supposed to say it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna say some like easy stuff like for you guys. Hello and bye. Yasu means hello, but it's if you're talking to one person, you would say yasu like as directly to them, and yasas means is the plural version of saying it. But there's also something like if you're talking, let's just say I'm talking to Miss Nelson, like since she's an adult and she's a teacher, I have to be formal, and I would use it in the plural version. So I would say yasas instead of yasu, which is really weird, but that's how they do it. And andio just means bye. And these are the last things. Kalimera means good morning. Galo apogevma means good afternoon, and also galo apogevma means good evening, which I never got that. I don't know why they did that, but it means 2 different things. Kalinirta means good night, and yeah, as you guys can see, like kali and galo is good, and then the rest is dependent on when you are saying it. And yeah, that's it.